A very good morning, students. So, in the last lab session, I have instructed you to upload your practical 1, 2, and 3 to Google Classroom. Right? The practical 1 was registration form with HTML5, CSS3, and JavaScript validation. Practical 2 was all about creating a GUI for a shopping website. And practical 3 was mainly for implementing a student teacher and subject relationship using constructors and polymorphism or the concepts of OOP ultimately. So let me know in the chats how many of you completed that thing and uploaded it. How many of you uploaded it to your Google Classroom? Okay, Rakshit, Divya, and Smith has done. So I'm going to check. Let me just check it out with the Google Classroom that how many of you have submitted practical 1 to 3 to Google Classroom. Just wait. Let me just check it out. So there are about 18 students in a particular class, out of which 17 students have accepted my invitation of Google Classroom. Shivam Kalwani is the only student who has not submitted so far, or I would say not accepted the invitation. Okay. And regarding the classwork, out of 17 or total 18, only 9 students have submitted. That is Arti, Deep, Divya, Praful, Rakshit, Ronit, Sahil, Shivangi, and Smith. So the students who have not submitted their practical 1, 2, 3 are Aditya, Bidan, Dhruti, Ishita, Janil, Lakiraj, Raj, and Shubham. Right. So that's okay. 50% students have submitted the work, 50% have not submitted it. Fine. That's not an all issue. They will be getting the reflection of this in their internal marks. So I don't have any issues with this part. So, guys, let's continue with the next part and let's see what is next practical in the list. So, let me just share my screen. And let's discuss the next practical that you need to implement. Let me know once my screen is visible. Let me know once my screen is visible. Yeah. So this is what your practical 4 will be. Just zooming it for you. Right? Whatever GUI you have created in practical number 2, right? The same thing now you need to implement each GUI component using the concepts of OOP in PHP. So let's say what you need to implement. Implement the following features for a product-based application using OOP concepts. So whatever GUI you have done in practical 2, right? The same thing you need to implement now, the backend logic with database, ultimately. So you are going to create the classes, the functions, the methods, the polymorphism, the constructors, the inheritance, whatever it is, whatever thing you want to implement, but you are going to implement them only and only using OOP concepts of PHP. So what are you going to implement? You are going to implement inserting, updating, and deleting a product in the website. So it's a type of admin side where you are going to insert, update, and delete the product details, right? Then second is you will be allowing a user to register for a particular product. So this would be your second implementation, registration of a user, right? Then third one is you are going to implement login and logout system of a user. That means you are going to create login for a particular user, and once the user has logged in, there should be a logout option where user will be allowed to log out from a particular application, right? Then comes the fourth one, when the user logs in actually in the website, you need to store the cookies. And what information you need to store in the cookies? The username, the password, and the time of login in the cookies. Right? Only three information you need to store in the cookies. Right? So login logout system and cookie and storing the information in the cookies. So ultimately that will deal with session and cookies management. Then comes when you are going to display some of the products on the home page, right? You are only going to show only one or two information, not more than that. Let's say you are showing only name of the product and the image of that product, right? You are not going to show the description of the product on the home page. But you have to check whether a user is logged in or he is logged out. It means whether the session of a user has been created or it has been destroyed. If the session has been destroyed, that means there is no session available, the user has not logged in, right? Then what you are going to do? You are going to show only the name of the product and the image of the product. But if in case the user has logged in, that means the session has already started, then what you need to do? You are going to show the name and the image of the product, but below that you are going to show more option or more details option. And when I click on that, you are going to show me the complete information about that particular product. Right? So if the user is only logged in, then and then you are going to show the show more or more details option. Otherwise, only show the user the name and the image of the product. Now, what will be the description and detailed information about the product? It could be like product name, product image, then product category, product quantity, product ratings, and then product description in 3 to 4 lines. So this is what we call it as detailed information about the product. So if the user is logged in, then show him show more or more details option. And when I click on that particular option, then I should be able to see the complete information of that particular product. Right? So this is what you need to implement as a part of practical number 4. Right? Clear with this first of all? Only 6 points you need to implement using the concepts of OOP in PHP. Are you clear with this, guys? Anyone, any queries with the 6 points that I have discussed? Right. Now the thing is that you have to work with database. So let me know, guys, that which tables you will require in the database. What are the tables you will work with in the database or you are going to create in the database? Which 2 tables or how many tables you are going to create in the database for given 6 points on your screen? Be quick, let me know. Okay, Lucky Raj. One for product and second for user. So you will require only 2 tables. The first one is user table and the second one is product table. In user table, you just get the username, email, password, mobile number, 4 things. And in product, you will require product ID, product name, product category, product type, product quantity, product rating, product image, and product description. So about 8 to 10 fields in product, about 4 to 5 fields in user. Only 2 tables you have to work with. user and product, right? Clear with this, guys, everyone? Any queries with this, anyone? Then let me know. So I'm pasting the questions in the chats just for your reference. Right. So the questions are available in your chats. Start working on this particular practical, and by the time I am going to check with your practicals that you uploaded to the Google Classroom. But before that, let me know still if there is any queries from anyone regarding this particular 6 points. The implementation of whatever you created as a part of GUI in practical 2. Anyone, is there any queries? If no, then start working on this and I'll check your practicals that you have submitted then. So start working on this practical 4. And let me just inform you that you are having only 3 lab sessions to implement and complete this practical 4. Today's lab session, next week's lab session, and next to next week's lab session. I know that next to next week's lab session is your mid-semester week, but still that week will be considered for implementation of this particular practical, right? So you have to complete this practical 4 in 3 lab sessions by the time your mid-semester ends. The next week after your mid-semester examination, I'm going to start with practical 5, 6, and 7 together, right? So you need to complete this practical 4 by, I would say, first week of September or last week of August, right? So start working on this practical, and now I'm going to check your assignment practical 1, 2, and 3, right? So start working on it. Yes, guys, I have just checked your practical 1, 2, and 3 that you uploaded. There are some common mistakes done by each of you. The first thing is that each practical should start from a new page. Even though practical 1 or any practical ends on the first line of the new page, then also you should not start the practical 2 or next practical from the same page. You should create a new page and start practical from that particular page. This is the first mistake that many of you have done. Second mistake that I have come across is the fonts and the formatting. Remember, guys, the fonts for each and every text of the page or of the pages or of the PDF should be similar. Either you use Times New Roman or Thanoma or Calibri or whatsoever fonts you like, right? But the format should be same throughout all the pages, right? Let's say that I'm using Calibri 11 point size. That means Calibri font and 11 size. Then Calibri and 11 will be available at each and every page. Each and every text will be having the same fonts. Along with that, there are some issues with the line spacing. Always you should select the complete content and provide line spacing as 1.0 or 1.15 as per you like. But line spacing also should be common in all the pages. So these are the common mistakes that I have already found out in your documents. Rest, your practicals that you have submitted looks good. So there are no issues with it. Just inform your friends, those who have not submitted the practical 1, 2, and 3 to Google Classroom. Ask them to submit it as soon as possible. Right? And I hope there are no queries with practical 4 that is available in your chats. Anyone, any queries with it? Right. So I think there are no queries with the practical 4 also. So I will be creating Google Classroom for practical 4 during your mid-semester week, right? So you can continue till that particular time and you need to submit your practical 4 to Google Classroom once your mid-semester is over, right? So these are the deadlines. The first 3 weeks from now, or I would say 3 lab sessions from now, including today's lab session, to complete practical 4 and upload it to Google Classroom. Okay? So thank you guys. Complete the task in a given deadline. You can now drop your enrollment numbers in the chats.